just got to tell you guys about this little moment I had because it was kind of interesting. So I'll just say that for right now. Let me go. While we're waiting for people to show up over here, let's invite some friends on Instagram. I mean on Facebook, and yeah, it's crazy. Kind of. I don't know if it's crazy or funny or what the case is, but I like going live on Facebook because I know how to save it, right? I know you can save your live streams on Instagram, but I always goof it up, so there's I'm not trying to do that right now, but I gotta tell you guys what happened. So, you know how I'm always saying, like, surround yourself with like-minded people. First of all, if you don't know who I am, hey y'all, I'm Cara Revels, Crittenton, aka Miss Success and Success Coach Cara. I am a serial entrepreneur. I'm a mom of 6. I'm a world traveler. I'm an investor. I'm a philanthropist, and a whole lot of other cool and fun stuff. So why I wanted to go live today is because I just had like this epiphany, light bulb moment, whatever you want to call it. And hey, Facebook. So if you're just joining me and if you're kind of trying to figure out why I'm looking all around, it's because I am also live on Instagram. You know, the gram is my jam, as I like to say. So I'm also live on Instagram and over here on Facebook and wherever else you might be seeing this. This also will be uploaded on my YouTube channel. So anyway, real quick, what happened was I had one of these light bulb moments, right? So let me back up. So the other day I ended up having to go to the emergency room because I had like an abscess, like tooth, and my jaw was all swollen and whatever, and I didn't even really notice it because it didn't hurt. So yeah, I had that happened. Like, so I had to go to the emergency room because my best friend and her husband actually scared me to death about people dying from like abscesses and all this stuff. I'm like, what? I'm not trying to die. I got stuff to do. But anyway, so, you know, while I was there, my blood pressure was like really high, which my blood pressure is never high. So I was like, why is my blood pressure high? Maybe I was just nervous. It could have been like, it could have just been whatever. It could have been like stress of thinking like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna die, you know, or whatever. But anyway, that wasn't the point. So anyway, it got me to thinking like, you know, okay, I definitely have to make some changes, like health-wise and stuff like that, which I'm pretty healthy, even though I am pleasingly plump or full-figured or plus size, fun size, whatever you want to call me. And I'm actually very comfortable in my skin. So I like the way I look. I like the way, you know, all that. But I realized I had to make some changes like with my health and stuff like that. Anyway, so they're like, well, don't really worry about your blood pressure because if it's never really been high, then, you know, you don't really have to worry about it. But it still was like a wake-up call. Okay, so that has nothing to do with it. It actually does. So if you're just joining me, hey, Cara Revels, Crittenton, aka Miss Success and Success Coach Cara, and I'm just telling you guys how I had this like light bulb moment and this little epiphany today, like not too long ago. Actually, I was kind of like not like meditating and kind of taking it easy this morning, and then I said, well, let me just go ahead and jump in the shower and get my clothes on and do all this happy stuff so I can get some things done. So most of you know I work online. I usually work from home or anywhere I am in the world, which right now happens to be Northern Virginia, right outside of DC. But anyway, so ended up going to the emergency room because I had this abscess. They had to give me some antibiotics and stuff like that. But my blood pressure was really high, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I need to make some changes, like for my health and this and that. So anyway, so what my light bulb moment today was that yesterday, I was like, I've been thinking about this all week since I had to go to the emergency room. Like, okay, what kind of changes do I need to make? Like, what do I need to do, differently in my life, right? Of course, eat right, exercise, all that kind of stuff. That's easy. You already know what to do. You just need to do it. So that part's easy for me. I like fruits and veggies, and I really do like healthy foods, and I like to walk every day. But first I hurt my knee, and then I broke my toe. So that's kind of been like, yeah, my whole walking everyday routine it's not going to happen right this second. But anyway, so I ended up going to the emergency room, and I was like, okay, so what I need to do. So then I started thinking, like, okay, let me watch, like, The Secret. So if you know about the law of attraction, which basically attracts like. So if you heard this expression, like you bring about what you think about, it's the same kind of thing, right? So it's just the law. It's just like gravity. It works all the time, whether you believe in it or not. So we attract stuff to ourselves like all the time. So anyway, as I was thinking, like, okay, what do I need to do? What changes? So I talked to my daughter, and I was like, yeah, I had to go to the ER, and I was like, and my blood pressure was high. She's like, what? I don't remember your blood pressure ever being high. And I'm like, I know, right? Because I'm like really a pretty chill person. I mean, I'm passionate, but I'm not like dramatic, and I don't do well with stress because I'm not a person that stresses out about stuff. I just figure it out and do what I need to do. But anyway, so then I talked to my daughter, and then so yesterday I ended up talking to my son number 2, Brian. Hey, Brian. And I was telling him that, I had ended up in the emergency room, and I was like, yeah, so my blood pressure was really high. He was like, what? Mom, I don't remember you having high blood pressure. I was like, right, because I never had high blood pressure before. So I was like, okay, all right. So then I started thinking, like, how much is related to just the fact that I really have not been like eating right. I haven't been walking every day like I usually do and stuff like that. So how much is related to that? And hey, Instagrammers, hey, Khalid and Sun752. Hey, Daria, Jason. Hey, everybody out there. So anyway, I was just talking about this epiphany, this mind-blowing moment that I had a little while ago, right? So crazy. I'm like in the shower. I'm going, okay, so yesterday I didn't watch The Secret, which is what I was going to do, but I didn't. I ended up turning to this thing with Steve Harvey, and he was talking about, I said, well, I like doing vision boards. It relaxes me, and maybe I need to focus more on, different things that I want and whatever. So let me just do that. So I go to look for a video, like just some new and maybe different techniques for vision boarding than what I already do. And I was like, okay, so there was this thing with Steve Harvey in it, right? And he was talking about, it was an interview with Oprah, and he was talking about vision boarding and how he used vision boards to attract everything, like basically that he wants in his life, like his businesses and charity and this and that and whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. So he had some great information. I shared it with everyone on Facebook, but still was like in the back of my mind, like, what is it that I need to be doing that I'm not doing? Because there's certain results that I want that I'm not having. And I'm like, I know it's because I'm like, okay, well, I'm not totally focused. And I wasn't really sure why that was, because I'm usually a laser beam focus driven person. So then I started thinking about, one of the things that one of the guys that was on the So after it went from Steve Harvey talking about vision boards, the next video that came up, because you know how YouTube works, like autoplay, was the people that were from the movie The Secret that Oprah was interviewing. So I was like, oh, that's kind of funny, because I wanted to watch The Secret, but then I didn't watch The Secret. And then, of course, Law of Attraction, because I was thinking about watching that, and I was thinking about some different techniques and things like that. Of course, what shows up, but the people from the actual movie The Secret. So anyway, one of the guys, I can't remember his name, but anyway, he was saying like how people say, well, I'm going to try to do this and I'm going to try to do that. And then one of the things he asked this lady, because she was like, well, how do you know what to focus on first? So let's say you're like me and you have like a ton of goals and a ton of different projects that you're working on. Because like I said, I am a serial entrepreneur, so I have several different businesses and different types of businesses, so they're not like related. Like I have a social media management company, I also do affiliate marketing, and I also do like offline marketing and online marketing. I'm a real estate investor and a philanthropist, and also a business coach. So anyway, so all these different hats, it's like, so her question was, how do you decide which thing you're going to try to do first, or should you try to do everything at once? And he was like, you know, like Yoda from Star Wars, like there is no try, right? You either do it or you don't do it. You don't try to do stuff, because it's like when people say, his example was, if you invite someone to come for dinner and they say, oh, I'll try to be there, you know what? They're not coming, right? So we all know that, right? Like, oh, are you coming? Are you coming for dinner? And they're like, nope. You know, they're like, oh, I'll try to be there. You can just not even, don't make them a plate. Don't even make enough food for those trials, because I guarantee you they're not showing up. So anyway, I was like, oh, wow, you know what? Well, recently I've been saying I'm going to try to do this and I'm going to try to do that. And if I get around to it and stuff like that. And I realized, oh, I've been setting myself up for failure with this whole I'm going to try thing. And which is really funny, because I'm one of those people that says, like, exactly what he said. Don't be saying you're going to try. Like, you're either going to do it or you're not. Right? So anyway, so then that got me back to thinking, like, okay, what is really going on? So I'm watching the thing. And so today I'm going, while I'm in the shower, I'm like, you know, I really like to surround myself with, I'm like, you know, so what do you want? So one of the things that he was saying about how to figure out what we want, and hopefully this is not all over the place, because I'm trying to get you guys to where I had my big wow light bulb ding epiphany moment today. So all these different factors contributed to me having this light bulb moment. One, I had to go to the hospital. And two, like I said, my blood pressure was high. I've never had high blood pressure. So I'm like, okay, what in the world is, what besides the obvious eat right stuff, what else is contributing to my high blood pressure? Or I don't have that. I'm not even claiming it. But hello, dear songbird. Oh, thank you. You're brilliant too. So anyway, yeah, so like I said, I was like, okay, so what else is contributing to this? What else could I be doing? What am I doing wrong? So what he was saying is something that I typically tell people, like when they say, well, I don't know what I want. I don't know how to set my goals because I'm not sure what I want and whatever. And he said the same thing that I tell people. So it was actually pretty cool, is that he said, the key, one of the biggest ways to find out what you do want is to know what you do not want. So what is it you don't want? So instead of saying I want to lose weight, just say like I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be overweight. So what's the exact opposite of that is being fit and healthy. So it might not necessarily be, size 3 or size 0, which I've been all of those sizes. So it's not necessarily being a size 0 or a size 3 or whatever. It's just define what you want. I want to be fit and healthy. And then, so the next thing is like, I'm tired of being broke, busted, and disgusting. Because remember, the law of attraction, the secret, the Bible, it's all the same thing. Ask, believe, receive, right? As a man thinketh. That's another great book if you guys don't have that. But it's what you think about, you bring about, right? So, or thoughts become things. It's all the same. It's all the same analogy. So instead of saying like, oh, I'm tired of being broke, I'm tired of being fat, I'm tired of whatever you're tired of, stop saying that and say the opposite. So if you're like, I really hate my car and my car sucks and my job sucks, then start thinking like, what's the opposite of that? What's the opposite of your broken down car is a nice new car, reliable transportation, that type of thing. If you hate your job, instead of saying, I hate my job, my boss is stupid, you can start saying, what's the opposite of that? I want to have a great job. I want to have work that I love. I want to have, a business that I love or whatever. So that's how you figure it out. So you go from what it is you absolutely, what it is you don't want, because a lot of times it's easier for people to get there when you know what you don't want than it is to try to figure out what it is you want, right? Okay, so that I started thinking, okay, what is it that I don't want? So I started, okay, I don't want this, and I don't want that, and I don't want a couple of things that I had on the list of things I really don't want. So I'm like, okay, so what's the opposite of that? So I did exactly what I just told you guys to do, and then you can write it down. You really should write this stuff down with pencil and paper, because it's like a scientific thing that when you are writing, physically writing, sometimes you may have to use a keyboard, but if you're physically writing, that is going to reinforce whatever it is you're trying to manifest, or whatever it is you're trying to do. It's going to manifest it because you have that physical and the mental connection. Okay, so oh, cool, I have to go singing tonight at an international show to support Puerto Rico. Oh, awesome, that's awesome. I wish I was is that in Philadelphia? So I'm talking to one of my friends in Philly, you guys, she's a wonderful singer, Veronica, and she's doing a show tonight. So just was asking if that was in Philly. But anyway, bye. Thank you for coming. Thanks for supporting me. Love you. Break a leg and all that good stuff. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So you know what you don't want. All right, so I'm like, okay, all right, I know what I don't want. So I'm like, oh, I want to be surrounded by, like-minded people. And I always say that. Like, I say this so often. I want to be around like-minded people, right? So here comes the epiphany, you guys. Are you ready for this? Ding! You only want to be around like-minded people when you are thinking, acting, and doing things that you want to have in your life. So let me say it again. You only want to be around like-minded people when you are doing, thinking, or being the things you want to attract in your life. So if you are, and I say this all the time, oh, I just want to be around like-minded people. I just want people that think like me. And well, here's the deal. What if I'm having a real crappy week and I'm having like a bunch of negative thoughts, or I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed out, or I'll just say insecure, even though I really never feel that one. But let's just say that's something that you feel, or sad, or lonely, or any emotions, or disempowered, or like things are out of your control or whatever. Do you really want to be surrounded by like-minded people? Do you really want people around you that are thinking the same crappy thoughts that you're thinking? Do you really want people around you that are manifesting that same maybe negative, or broke, busted, and disgusted, or angry, or whatever feeling that you have? Do you really want to be surrounded by those people? And of course, the answer is no. Wait, God, I could have had a V8. Like, no, that's not what you want. So even though I have been saying like forever, I want to be surrounded by like-minded people, that's not really what I want. That is not really what I want. And so I hope you guys get that, because it is a very, very subtle point, but it was a light bulb moment. When I tell you, like, ding, like, oh, I wish I knew how to edit videos and stuff, because I would have like the little birds flying around. But I was like, wow, mind blown. I do not want to be surrounded by people that are like minded when I'm not having thoughts that I want to manifest in my life. I want to be around people that are going to push me and encourage me and inspire me and motivate me and push me higher and challenge me and support me. But not only that, I'm the same source of support and inspiration and motivation and positive energy and all of that stuff for them as well. Because believe it or not, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Okay, so here's the secret, right? But you guys we all already know this. Your people's negative habits will rub off on you long before your positive habits rub off on them. So let me tell you that one more time. That is a Cara Crittenton quote. People's negative habits will rub off on you long before your positive habits rub off on them. So just that's my mind-blowing moment. It's just like, wow. And the crazy thing is, I cannot tell you how many people that I talk to that say the same thing. I just want to be around people that are like-minded. I just want to be around people that think like me, that have the same mindset as I have. That's, we're big on the mindset. And when you're talking about positive things, when you're talking about empowering things, I'm always goofing my hair. When you're talking about empowering, inspiring, motivational, positive things, yes, you want that energy and you want those people around you. But when you're having a bad day, bad week, bad month, bad year, bad vibes, whatever, then you need to step back and say, okay, what and why am I attracting this type of energy? What is it? What's going on with me? Because everything starts with you, right? Law of attraction. You attract this stuff to yourself. Nobody else is attracting this drama or whatever's going on in your world, or not having enough money, or whatever your personal situation is. This may be abusive woman, abusive man, you hate your job, or your business is not going well, or whatever. Nobody is attracting these situations to you but you. That's it. So stop putting responsibility on other people. It's not their fault if you're not succeeding. It's not their fault if you're not happy. It's not their fault if you're broke. It's not their fault if you're whatever. It's nobody else's fault but yours. So that was my light bulb moment. And I was like, okay, well, I'll make a video about it later. But I was like, you know what? That is another big key to manifesting. Now, don't get me wrong. I have wonderful friends. I have wonderful family. I have wonderful relationships. I have wonderful kids. Are they all perfect? Of course not. But I try to be around people that do inspire me, encourage me, uplift me, support me, that are a positive force and influence in my life, and that I do the same for them. But sometimes, we're human. We all miss the mark. Sometimes we're not the most supportive. We're not the kindest that we could be to people. And we're not as focused as we should be. And, it's okay. But once you get that, once you get it, then it's up to you to make a change. It's up to you to say, you know what, I need to do something different. This is not God's best for me. Whether you believe in God, the universe, whether you just believe in you, whatever. If you know this is not your best, then it's up to you to change it. And so I'm glad I had that moment. And then, like I said, so another thing, if you watch The Secret, you know, as Dr. Joe Vitale says, the universe loves speed. Money loves speed. So that's why I didn't wait until I had everything. So I was like, oh, let me get my notebook. Let me write my journal about this. And let me make some bullet points so I can make sure people get it. And all of that. That's great for when you have something that you want to have kind of scripted. You want to make sure you don't lose your place. You want to not lose your train of thought and be all over the place, because I tend to be that way sometimes. But sometimes you have to act in the moment. When you have that urge and that impulse and that utterance to do something, and if you're a Christian, or if you have any type of spiritual or religious or whatever thing, there's like this saying, this still small voice. And even if you're not religious, we all have that little inner guidance, that inner knowing. You can call it intuition, you can call it your inner self, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but we all have that little inner voice when we know. We know. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to consult anybody. We don't have to, try to ponder it and figure it all out. We know instantly. So we know, like, okay, I'm supposed to do this and I'm supposed to do this right now. So that's why I just shot this quick little video, and I'm actually going to go get something to eat because I didn't eat today, and I'm going to take my antibiotics like a good little Cara. And I will be back. I'm really trying to get into the swing of doing this live thing, but I've had a lot of stuff going on. All good, but just a lot. So that's it. That's what I wanted to tell you today. Listen, stay connected. So if we're not friends, then, send me my friends are maxed out, but you can follow me. You can also follow my fan page, Cara Revels Crittenton, at Miss Success, MS6. MS6CESS, Miss Success. Also, I'm on Instagram, Cara Crittenton, and YouTube, and Twitter, and LinkedIn, and all over the place. But I really, really, really just wanted to share that with you guys. So I'm just going to recap just for anybody who just joined us or who missed out what I said. So what I said was, real quick, is I had this boom light bulb moment today. And the light bulb moment was that I'm always saying I want to surround myself with like-minded people that think like me, and we have the same mindset, and blah, 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 blah. And then today I realized, like, a lot of crazy stuff was kind of going on, and I ended up, I'm not really crazy, just I think I put a lot of pressure on myself. Like I said, I'm a serial entrepreneur, I'm a mom of 6, I'm a world traveler, I'm a philanthropist, I'm an investor, and I really just enjoy my life. But that also causes a lot of stress sometimes, but I don't really call it stress because I'm a workaholic and I love to work. So, but I guess there is underlying stresses that I may not really have noticed. Okay. Ended up in the ER. High blood pressure. I was like, what? But I didn't go to the ER for high blood pressure. I went because I had an abscess tooth and I had to get some antibiotics because apparently my face was all swollen up, even though I didn't know. And you can still see it's like kind of like fat right there. So anyway, during that, I was trying to figure out like what changes I need to make as far as, I already know lifestyle changes, diet, exercise, boom, I'm good with that. I love veggies, I love fruit, I love to walk, and I drink a lot of water. So, and I prefer natural remedies. So that part is easy for me. So I was trying to figure out like what else is there going on that's not right. So today, like I said, I had this life bulb moment, and the light bulb moment was I don't want to surround myself with like-minded people when I'm not being, acting, and I forgot what the other one was. Being, acting, and doing. Being, whatever it was. Being, acting, and doing the things that I want to do that are positive influences or positive things that I want to attract into my life. So that's it, you guys. I'm probably going to try to make a note so you guys can read it if you missed it. And like I said, keep up with me. I hope you guys have a great day. And I hope when you surround yourself with like-minded people, you will think about what's in your mind first. Because you're going to attract all of that right back to you. So, all right, you guys. That's it. Cara, Revels, Crittenton. Ciao for now. Bye. Bye, Facebook. Bye, YouTube. Bye, Instagram. You guys make it a great, great day because only you can do that. Ciao for now.